It's a month of reinvigoration, Scorpio. It's March 2023. Dadici here with your Oracle Express, as I call it. Transit of the planets. I'm going to start it going now. I say reinvigoration because this month some important transits are happening here in this sixth house of your horoscope. Now, what's the sixth house? Sixth house is the work that you conduct, the way you service other people, your health, your vitality, your enemies, your debts, the diseases that you are likely to contract. You have the protective influence of Venus and Jupiter. This is a wonderful combination that kicks the month off. Some astrologers are of the opinion that this combination can make you excessive in a lot of areas. For example, working too hard, loving your work just a little bit too much. I'm sure you know about that, Scorpio. But have a look at this full moon here in your 11th house. I think the full moon here in this 11th house of dreams and ambitions is significant. You'll see also that there's a dual transit of Mercury and Saturn around that time into this fifth house of creativity. 4 planets there. And along with that reinvigoration of your health, there's a redefinition of your life goals, your life path. That's that 11th house. That's all going to rest on what's happening here in this fifth house this month and the sixth house. Fifth house having to do with the way in which you express your inner self. It's so important, Scorpio. If you are holding on to stuff, then that's going to obstruct the free flow of energy, the spontaneous expression of ideas. And Saturn here moving into this fifth house is going to transit this part of your horoscope for the next 2.5 years, and there's no doubt I'll be coming back to that quite a bit to talk about how it's influencing you. Suffice to say that you have to dig deep to find that same level of enthusiasm and creativity that you may have years ago. To do that, you have to love what you do. I've talked about that a lot. And you'll see here that that has to do with improving the quality of the service that you provide, perfecting your skills at work. That's this sixth house. And you see, although most of the stuff that's happening here in this fifth house, keep your eye on these transits. You'll see that that is definitely going to shift. Venus moves to your 7th house. That can bring quite a bit of satisfaction in an otherwise arid sort of desert environment of relationships. Venus is indeed the planet that rules your 7th house of marriage and relationships, communication and interaction with others. So its presence here in the second half of the month after the 17th is a very, very nice placement. And if you've been looking for love, I've said this to a couple of the other signs where Venus and Uranus are activating their romantic lights. This can indeed be something rather sudden, something unexpected, connecting with someone you may not have thought is your type, but there's just something in this cycle that triggers that spontaneity, if I could put it that way. Notice the new moon here, also on the 22nd. Then Mercury and the Sun also having their impact here on this sixth house again, which is why I've spent a lot of time this month talking about that reinvigoration, focusing on your health, eating well, sleeping well, balancing your work with leisure so that you have, your foot in both camps, so to speak. I think this is going to afford you the energy and the dynamism that you need to achieve those goals. I think that's a very, very important part of what's going on here for you. you may have actually lost focus. You may have lost focus on what your key objective is, and we saw that from the full moon transiting there into your 11th house, asking you to redefine that. So along with the reinvigoration of your health, there comes a revitalization of your mind, and that can only happen through getting excited about what you're doing and redefining what those goals and objectives are in your life. There's more on the month of March at astrology.com.au. This is not all there is. There's daily, weekly, monthly, yearly readings, free readings, psychic readings, all there, and it's all free. Drop me a line. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you're here next month. I'll be here ready to tell you about the next month of 2023. Bye-bye.